Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Just out here walking and talking. Black theater.
What is black theater?
What is black theater? Can you be a black queen and a crack hoe? What else were we talking about? New York and the...
Same thing about how do you define a black movie?
How do you define a black movie or a black play? I had a conversation with somebody last night, and they were saying that one of the groups, or what I heard them say, I might have misunderstood, but what I heard was, that if there are two named black characters, then it's a black play. This group considers it a black play. And then he gave an example of, what's the one? To Kill a Mockingbird. He said it was two black characters were a maid, and then the guy who got convicted of killing got murdered. And I was kind of like, when I do black theater, I think To Kill a Mockingbird is, it seemed like an interesting enough book to me, but I don't know if I know I wouldn't have it on my list of black theatrical productions. So,
I guess because it deals with the race thing.
But it deals with the race thing from the perspective of a little white girl.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's...
So, I don't know.
I know. I guess I feel like if it's...
you can have plays that don't deal with the black theme at all, and it don't make no difference whether the people up there, what color they are.
Yeah. I guess I think of... and it's probably a whole extensive discussion and debate, but I think that the main character would have to be black at the very least.
So it doesn't matter what the theme is.
Yeah, I think at the very least, like if I go see a movie like Girls Trip, that movie, I think it's like the main characters are probably going to be black, and there's probably going to be, because they are black, there's probably going to be some culturally specific stuff. But that same movie could be Girls Trip with 4 white women.
The Essence Music Festival. But yeah, probably. But we don't know. We haven't seen it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, that's not the same as Fences, which was, the main characters were black, and, it was about, being black, negotiating being black intergenerationally in Baltimore at that time.
Philadelphia.
Was it Philly?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Hi.
Oh, I thought it was BMO. I'm obsessed with saying BMO, although I never get to see it. I've never been to BMO. I'm on my street now. Y'all see how shady it is? Isn't it beautiful? I know that means the light is spitty. So anyway, yeah, just thinking about what constitutes black. What makes something black? Like I'm doing Young, Gifted, and Black, and I was kind of, can you take her in? I was kind of surprised. The play had already been selected by the troupe, or whatever their process is. I don't know. But so I'm going to be assistant directing. But when I first read the piece before it was officially selected, I was kind of disappointed because I guess I know the Nina Simone song, Young, Gifted, and Black, and it seems blackety black, black, black to me. And then when I think of Raisin in the Sun, it's, all black people on stage, and they're dealing with black issues, so that seems likely black, black, black. But I didn't really know much about Lorraine Hansberry. So immediately I open the script up, and I see that, I gather that her husband was white, and he's the one that put it together. And, for whatever reason, I think that took some of the shine off of it for me, and it kind of affected probably how I perceive the rest of the piece, at least on my first reading. So I've read it again a second time, and there are things, that I'm appreciating and excited about and that I think are interesting. But, I don't know if I would... Yeah. So that's all. I did walk. I think I walked yesterday and the day before. I'm not sure because I didn't document it. And then when stuff is so busy, so much going on, I don't keep I used to keep a a written schedule, and I, note down what I did and, what I was supposed to do, what I actually did. I kept a diary, I guess, but not like a Dear Diary, but like a time diary. But I don't do that anymore. So a lot of times it seems like it's hard for me to just adequately keep track of what I gotta do, where I gotta be. So yeah. And then thinking about when my experience going to New York. Oh, I'm moving to New York because I'm going to be an actor. And then working at the talent agency, it kind of shifted my perspective. I guess I was a little disillusioned from my experience, as a black person, Yeah, it was kind of disturbing. And my mother was saying she had a friend who went to California, and it was kind of like she was too light to be the black girl. She was too dark to be the white girl. She was too fat to be the skinny girl. She was too skinny to be the fat girl. And it's like that's how a lot of this stuff is. It's like this weird, thing, because she's a person, she exists. So why couldn't she just be her? I mean, why does she have to fit into some category that doesn't even, it's just the whole, business aspect is weird and kind of disturbing. I wonder if that's a story time. I don't know if it's a story time. And when I was in New York, I did my mother was just saying that she didn't realize that I did anything in New York, and she thought that, I got there and got scared. And it's like, I did community theater. We started a black theater troupe on campus. I was a part of that, and our first production was the Colored Museum. Excellent play, excellent show. I was involved with a community theater group. I did student films for NYU students. I did for the law school at Columbia, or it might have been the medical school. I can't even remember now. But I was like a fake, like they give me a script, like a scenario. It's for the medical school. They give me a script, like a scenario, like, well, my stomach hurts and I haven't, gone to the bathroom in 6 years, and what do you think is wrong with me? And the med students would have to try to, figure out what was wrong with me, and I'd have certain clues. If they asked the right questions, I could say, oh yeah, I eat cheese, that's my favorite food, or whatever. So look at these little children across the street. They're so cute. You can hear them. So yeah, I just kind of realized that, it'd be trying to make a career out of art in a capitalist society. It was kind of a doozy. And I guess I was a little naive when I went. I didn't really, I just learned some stuff, and I was kind of like, ooh, I don't know if this is really for me. Like, not like this. I mean, I love theater, I love art, but yeah. All right, so that's it. I haven't spent 8 minutes out here talking about nothing. Blah, 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 blah. What you up to today? What am I? Oh, I got a whole bunch of catching up stuff to do. And I'm still working on this script for, I think, Thursday rehearsal, Saturday show. I need to get my life. I need to look and get my calendar and figure out what's going on with my life. Oh, I got reviews to do today, too. So, that's what I got, Fabulites. Today is the best day ever. It's a beautiful, beautiful day where we are, isn't it? Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. Bye.